Tiffany with a review, and this is the Head YouTek Extreme Mid Plus. This Extreme Mid Plus has a 100 square inch head size with an open 16 by 19 string pattern. This is slightly extended at 27.2 inches long. It weighs in just under 11 ounces at 10.9 ounces strung. So let's go ahead and check in with our playtesters to see what they thought. And we're here with our first playtester for today. So Jackson, what are your thoughts on the YouTek Extreme Mid Plus?
I really like this racket. I was actually contemplating even switching to it. I liked it from all areas of the court, really. I think if I did switch to it, I would add just a little bit of weight, just slightly on the light side for me. But I really liked it at the net. Off the ground, I felt like I could direct the ball really well with it and get a lot of topspin. Probably my favorite shot was the approach with this one. The D3O technology seemed to really cradle the ball in that soft approach shot, hitting low, or stiffen up on the approach shot if I wanted to hit a winner coming in. So yeah, I really liked it off the serve as well. If you're playing with the pure drive, I think it'd be a good option if you wanted something a little more arm-friendly.
Now we're with Sean. So Sean, you're an Aero Pro drive user, so any comparisons with the Extreme Mid Plus for you?
Well, I felt like this racket was fairly similar, not as similar as the Pro version. I, unlike Jackson, did not really like the Mid Plus as much. Spin potential was good with the open pattern. It just felt like it wasn't as solid just because of the lower weight. The maneuverability was great on this racket, especially in net. 8 points headlight balance, I believe. So it was really maneuverable, really easy to get around. Swing weight was quite a bit lower than the Pro version, but just on when you didn't hit it right in the middle, I felt like the stability was decreased. I just didn't like it as much from the baseline, and that, like I said, really maneuverable. But it was definitely a good stick if you're looking for something just a bit lighter than the pure drive or the Pro version of this racket.
All right, how about strings? Did you try any different string setups in this?
With this racket, I believe I was using a co-poly as well, which I liked like usual. With this racket, it had a lot of power, so I felt like I had to tighten the string bed. Again, the Extremes are just powerful rackets for Mid Pluses, but otherwise I enjoyed it.
Now we're with Troy, and Troy, you know you were a big fan of the microgel version, so what are your thoughts on this YouTek offering?
I really like this racket. It's a tad bit lighter than the Pro version, and also swing weight's lower, so you get a lot of maneuverability, and for someone looking for that lightweight feel and really get a lot of racket head speed from it, it's a nice choice of racket. Very similar to me to a Babolat Pure Drive, the standard version. The thing I like about this though is I have more connection to the ball with this head feel. Not as much, I'd say, vibration or a hollow feel that I get from Babolat. You get a little bit more connectedness, and really like this racket a lot. Just maybe needed a little bit more mass for my liking, but ton of put away power. And playing with this on a fast court surface, I hit winners from places on the court that I usually don't. Not so much on the slow surface, but on a fast court, I mean, you get a lot of power, and put away shots are real easy with this. So.
Now we're here with Chris. So Chris, what are your thoughts on the Extreme Mid Plus?
On its own, I actually kind of liked it. Compared to the Pro, didn't quite, fit my game as well. But, on its own, it's got a softer feel. And I'm not sure if that's because of the weight and the racket kind of moves around a bit more, or with the RA. I haven't checked the specs on both of them, but it feels softer at impact. It's a whippier racket. I really felt like I could, snap it through contact, which is good. If you're kind of caught late and you have to, let the technique break down and kind of just, snap the racket through, you can do that with this racket. So it's good in the defensive situation. I didn't notice the extra length at all, which is good for me. I tend to trend towards standard length rackets, and this one just felt like a regular racket in my hand. And probably my favorite shot with it was serving, and there's one area where I felt like I was playing better with this one than I was with the Pro, and it was just, I think I could just whip it through quicker. A little bit more pace and a little bit more action on my serve. I don't hit a big flat serve, so it was nice to get that extra grip and bite on the ball. And I know you want to know my string setup, so again, co-poly is the way to go for me with this type of racket, any type of racket like that where you've got a powerful frame. I like to tame it a little bit with a deader string like a poly or a co-poly. So right around mid-tension, nice co-poly, and fun hit for me.
I too was part of this playtest, and when comparing the Extreme Mid Plus to the Extreme Pro, I preferred this Mid Plus version. So it's a little bit lighter and it's closer to my spec. Could really swing quickly through this through the air with this one, so it's really comfortable at baseline, which is where I primarily like to play. But at net, I also enjoyed there's an extra little bit of feel. I felt it played a little softer, so I like coming to the net with this one a little bit more because of the maneuverability as well as the feel. It's just, if I were to play with this one, I think I'd add just a little bit of weight to it because at 8 points headlight balance, sometimes if I was coming up against a bigger hitter, it was a little bit unstable if I missed the sweet spot, so maybe a little bit of weight in the head. And as Chris said, I actually preferred this one with a full cold poly setup, little softer poly, and I didn't need to do that hybrid that I did in the Pro. But that's just what we had to say about the Extreme Mid Plus. We recommend you take these out for a demo for yourself, and that wraps it up for this edition of the review. Thanks for watching.